What's up, guys? So I'm getting ready to go live, and we're gonna have another day of sketching. So here we go. On with the intro. Alrighty then. So today I'm just gonna make sure the mic is working good. I hear it fine. I'm gonna just go into Instagram. Just bear with me. I'm logging out to Instagram. All right. So hopefully the mic is good. Just checking. Someone gave me a thumbs up already. That's cool. All right, so I'll be looking up from time to time. But so today, I don't really have a specific concept in mind to draw, but I'm just going to pick anything. Yeah, this is better. So I'm probably just gonna do the crazy man. Since there goes my. Hold on, just putting my power cord back on. So I guess this stuff happens when you're live. All right, so yesterday you guys saw me drawing the Ultra Crazy. So this is where he ended up being. So here's the Ultra Crazy piece. I'm gonna move them over. For those of you guys on IG watching, I'll zoom in. So this is how I started with him yesterday. Again, I didn't have any specific thing in mind. I didn't know if I was going to do just a pinup or a promo. So last minute, when you guys were watching, those of you who were with me yesterday, the pen stopped working. So I had to reboot my laptop in order to get everything going again. So here we are. What is this? Okay. So, and then remember I was talking to you guys about my the Crazees. I'm gonna just fix this a little bit. I was talking to you guys about the Crazees and how I have a color chart. So this is my primary color chart for the Crazees when I'm drawing them. And so I just pick my colors. This is my template, and I just go randomly pick from here. So today I'm just thinking about maybe doing the crazy man. I'm trying to think of what kind of pose I like him, or maybe doing the Sam and George piece. So I'll move this over here so those of you on IG who are watching can see it. And again, check out our Kickstarter currently running. We have 19 days to go. I just put up a new promo for the Kickstarter. That's good. And I just want to fix this camera here so that way you guys can see, because I just noticed that there you go. Better. Much better. All right. So the Crazy Man. Maybe I'll do him in some sort of like pose. Side pose or hey, what's up, Raul? What's up, buddy? So right now, I don't have a specific look in mind, but I'm going to work on just a dynamic pose, maybe some like dance pose. So what I'm doing now is just positioning where the limbs are going to be, and remember he has bell bottoms. So the Crazy Man is a hipster 70s vibe. He's not from Earth, but he loves the 70s theme on Earth. And he is gullible. He's trying to graduate and elevate into the next level in the seven realms. And so I'm gonna zoom in here and just I'm gonna just work it until I get the look that I'm going for, and then we'll see what happens. For any of you guys who are UFC fans and you are Conor McGregor fans, I'm sure today's a tough day. It was, I was watching the pre-press conference, and Conor didn't seem confident. He made some mention to how in 2020 he only got one fight in, and the fight that he had with Donald Cerrone wasn't enough time in the ring, and he needed more ring time. That for me was a clear indication that his mindset wasn't right. Oh wait, this is. So he has the big collared, funkadelic look. So until I figure out what I'm gonna do here, um, He also has big shades on. So I'm gonna zoom in again so you guys can see. Round face. I'm playing with the collar because I'm not sure what the kind of collar I want. Uh, this is the part that takes. Like if I was smart, I'd bring my shirt here and try to. We'll see how that goes. He has rounded ears, slightly big. But then he has this amazing fro. So there's no right or wrong when you're doing a fro. Hey, what's up? Gun Room Comics. Um, you know, so I have photos of my uncles from the 70s. And like my uncle Sam, he looked just like this. I have that big here, so I might have to do it bigger over there. So let's go over here. And I had fun drawing the Crazy Man. And in issue 2 of Cast the Crazies, you'll get an introduction into him, into the Crazy Man. And if you watch the trailer that's currently on our YouTube channel, um, or even on this channel, you'll see a trailer on my Instagram of the Crazy Man, and I do some skits with him too. So I'm gonna zoom out for a second so I can see what I'm doing. So here I'm just playing around until I get a look that I want. What's Booyah Comics? Until I get that look, and then once I set on a look, then I'll go over with inks. Um, I think this should be here. So I'm gonna erase for a second here. I don't like the way this is going. It's throwing me off. There you go. Much better. Okay, so then he has this big buckle. Like, I think it's, I'm gonna give him a round buckle. And he has thin legs. So the crazy man is, he's got these thin legs and these big bell bottoms. So if I zoom out, you know, so he thinks he's the coolest, the most fashionable, the most hip. And so I'm just giving him a just a typical pose, and I'm gonna throw in some platform shoes here. And that's pretty much it for him, for the crazy man. And so I'm just gonna go over with some inks, and I'll zoom in. I'm gonna change my brush to inks, and I'm using Affinity iPhoto. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep saying Affinity Photo instead of Photoshop. Uh, Apple and Photoshop have some sort of racket going every time they upgrade the iOS. Then it makes the previous version of Photoshop obsolete, and then you gotta buy like these newer versions, and then you start. Then they once they change to subscription based, I was like, all right, forget it, I'm done. So I forgot to lower the opacity and the pencils a little bit. Hey, what's up, B Daniel? I think that's what I'm seeing, and Nerdy Buff. What's going on, guys? And the crazy man is the alter ego of the main character in the book. One of the main characters, Sam, and the crazy man comes from an alternate universe called Elsewhere. And he responds. He answers the call because Sam and George want to be the best podcasters. And so the crazy man answers the call and heads to Earth. And he convinces the elders of the seven realms to let him take the crazies with him against their better judgment because he believes that he could teach them. To be nice. Yeah, but I don't think that they're nice. And so because he's gullible and because he's not specific with his directions, the crazies use him because they have their own agenda. And so when they get to Earth, they go a little nuts, and they start release I guess unleashing havoc onto the world. And so between Sam and George coming back into comics after Sam walks away for 10 years, they have rival podcasters called We Are the Craze that are taunting them and making fun of them. To Sam challenging the universe to be the best podcast, and now the supernatural responds. And although the crazy man's intentions were good, his execution is horrible. And so in issue 2, which is currently running on my Kickstarter, you'll get an insight into Sam's psyche. George thinks Sam's losing his mind, the whole bit. Anyway, so I love the Crazy Man. I don't know if you've seen the skits on my YouTube channel or even on here where I have some skits of the Crazy Man thinking he's famous. Because he's on a cover of a comic book. And so currently we have 19 days left on this Kickstarter. And we are at 197%. So anybody watching, thank you who have pledged. Thank you for your support on the Kickstarter. We truly, truly, truly appreciate your support. We definitely can't do it without you. I might change that at the end. I don't like that. So basically, it's just Sam more in his platforms. So I've been drawing comics for a long time. And I have a book called There's a Nail in My Toilet, which I have an Instagram page for it, which I was known for in the indie community. And I was lucky enough to be featured on Fox, NBC, the newspapers, American Latino TV, Newsarama. So I was lucky back then. But then I walked away for years. I left the comic book industry after having a bad taste. So I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see where I'm going with this. Let's see on the screen. Okay, so on the screen you can see that. So this is the crazy man. This is where I'm going with him. Just having fun. I like having all these stock images or this collection of character poses for my books. Let me zoom in. So when I'm doing like a Kickstarter campaign or I'm creating flyers or promos, I can use any of the images that I created and apply them to those promos without having to have to draw everything all over again. Mm. Oh, screen's acting up. Let's see. Okay. So now what I'll do is if I'm going to drop in colors, I'm just going to go and make sure I closed up all the holes. Um, so there I'm taking off the pencils and just making sure that when I use the magic wand, everything's closed up. What's up, Batman for Life and Bristol Media? What's going on, guys? And let's see. So we should be fine here if I decide to use the wand tool. So let's see. Boom. So this is my where I pick my colors from because I have my template of all my characters here, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Check my colors for a second. There it is. Go back here. And I'll just drop it in. So now his shirt has a lot of colors. So right now I'm just dropping in flats, but when I go in there, I'll add all the tones and colors. That for instance, if you've seen it here, I'll zoom into him. There he is. As you can see, he has greens, pinks, oranges, yellows inside his Funkadelic shirt. And he has a tan, and with all of this, since I've been working from home, I had to get vitamin D pills. So because I'm not getting any sunlight, it's horrible. But he has a nice tan. So once the flats are in, then I'll start adding the tones and the whole bit to him. Let's see. And every portion of his body is a different layer. So the shirt is a different layer, his skin's a different layer, the afro's a different layer. And then when I add the tones, those are also different layers. So yeah, so the crazy man is he's in charge. He has a bus. I don't know if you've seen the bus on my IG page, but he has a bus that's very retro. I'm not gonna use the word shag in case there's any kids on here, but I just did. But uh, he is cool. There it is. So there are the flats for the crazy man, and I'll just zoom in. And here he goes. So now I'll just start doing the shirts. I'm just gonna apply all of the different colors to his shirts. There are greens, there are pinks, there are yellows. So what I'll do is I'll select that layer, and now you see it selected. Then I'll add another layer. I'll add another layer to this, and then I'll just start playing around and there's no right or wrong. I'm gonna change my brushes. I use sprays and spatters with this. This is too big, and I'll just play around with colors. And there's no specific, again, there's no formula to this. I just pick randomly where I want, and then I'll add some shadows and all that stuff to this. Um, there's like, what is it? Oranges. I want a darker orange. Yeah. So what I'll do is just I also have some greens in there as well. I forgot. I'm just gonna zoom out for a second. Oops. Okay, cool. So I'm like, so this is where we're going right now with him, which is playing around. Uh-oh. Sometimes my computer acts up. I might change the brush. Let's see. So what you hear in the background is my dog. Every time he hears the door or the doorman, so I've done several podcasts. I've been a guest on several podcasts promoting this series. That's been pretty fun. Issue 3 is almost done. Issue 2 is completely done, which is great. The Kickstarter ends in 19 days. And we're pretty stoked about that. We didn't expect to already have a goal in on the fourth day. So, and now we're 21 days away. Oh, 19 days, I'm sorry. So I'm using two different brushes, just playing around, because right now I'm just seeing what I like better. So for the shirt, I did an airbrush, but and for the pants, I did paintbrushes. I'm gonna keep that. I think I need white. So right now I'm just gonna be adding colors to the skin, tones. I actually did that already, so let me get rid of that. In fact, I gotta change this brush. Because he has a 5 o'clock shadow. So this I used the speckle brush, um, just to get that. And I just realized I got it on his chest. All right, so I have to be mindful of that. So I'm gonna lower the size of this brush. So yeah, so there he got the 5 o'clock shadow going, but he also has hair on his chest, so I have to get that going there. Now I'll change the brush again. I'll go back to watercolors, and I go to a large diluted brush. No like, no like. I gotta zoom out. I can't see. Okay, it's coming out all right. So if you can see, I'm just gonna go into his face a little bit again. There's my boy, the crazy man. I forgot to add a little shadow under his nose. There you go. All right, so we're going to his fro. And again, I'm just going to use him for like some clip art or some promotional pieces for the Kickstarter, that kind of stuff. I'm going to change the brush. So I just try to give some texture in his hair. It's not like I'm a hair salon stylist or anything like that, but just try to give him some cool aspects to his hair. Again, this is the Crazy Man from the series Catch the Crazies. Currently running a Kickstarter here. Support my Kickstarter. We are in day 11, so we have 19 days to go, and we are 197% to our goal, which is so exciting. We've we unlocked a few stretch goals and some cool stuff, so I can't wait to see what happens in the next 19 days. Change my brush. Okay. So I might add a letter. Yeah, so just basically adding some reflectiveness to his shades. I'm going to go into underneath his shirt. I think that's this. Yes. Oh. So it's one of the things with, I said it last time on Affinity Photo. It tends to, when you do a color selection and you change tools, it puts that color in the background. And so you have to reselect it. I don't know if I want that. That was good. That one's dark. And then I'm just going to go into his platform shoes and then figure out what to do next with him. Yeah, so this is the crazy man. Let me exit this. Let me add, just drop in a color background so you can see him in full swing. I'll drop in like a yellow. Actually, I wanted a yellow. Stop back it up. So there's my boy, the crazy man, and all his glorified funkiness, ready to dance the night away. So again, the crazy man is not from Earth. He is a supernatural figure who responds to the call from Sam, one of the podcasters and indie comic creators, who's not happy with the fact that they're struggling to gain notoriety as podcasters. So he goes out into the woods at night and summons and challenges the universe to help him become the best podcaster. He wants to graduate to the next level in the seven realms. He convinces the elders to take the crazies, to let him take the crazies who are on level 1, which is the most primitive and chaotic level in the seven realms. And the crazies are led by Crazy, which is this character here. Let's see, where is he? They are led by him, Crazy, who's manipulative, he's deceptive, and he's using the crazy man as a way to escape the seven realms, and he thinks that they'll be able to level up by collecting enough of the tokens, the markers, which they need to get in order to go to the next realm. And once they get to Earth, things take off. And I don't want to give too much away because in issue 2 you get an introduction to the crazy. So this is the cover from issue 1, which is available, and it'll be available on Indie Planet very soon. That's the alternate cover done by Daphne Lage, who is a fantastic artist, and she has a Kickstarter called Ego Raven that's currently running, and she's destroyed her goal. It's amazing. And the crazy leads a team. You have right here, you have Psycho Crazy, you have Hyper Crazy, Extreme, Super Crazy, and Ultra. And Ultra is the dopest dude. And yesterday, if you joined me, you saw me join Ultra, which is right here with the double mics. So I decided to put him on a skateboard yesterday. And I'll zoom out for a second. So I put him on a skateboard. I made it a promotional piece. Go ahead and promote my Kickstarter. And so that's basically the whole premise behind the Crazies. We're excited. If you're watching, please support us. Head over to our Kickstarter. The link is in my profile. The link is also in the comments. We love your support. Where the stretch goals are crazy. We have a surprise guest artist that's doing a piece for us for one of the stretch goals. We're going to announce that very soon. And we really hope that you continue with us for the 64 backers from issue 1, which was in September. And currently we're at 24 backers, I believe, right now. And we're trying to get to 50 backers. So, and once those 50 backers, it unlocks a few other rewards. But if you're watching today and if you pledge a minimum of $20 pledge, we'll throw in the Ultra Crazy sticker. Which is not part of that reward level, but today we will throw it in. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you're on Twitch right now or YouTube or Facebook, please hit the comments. IG, thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up if you liked what I did. If there's any other characters from the Crazy series you want me to draw, just let me know. If you'd like me to draw some of the characters from There's an Alien in My Toilet, which is my other YouTube or my other Instagram page, let me know. I can go live and draw Duty and all the characters from There's an Alien in My Toilet as well. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, everybody on IG. You guys rock. I'll see you guys soon.